Week 9 traders, February's reversal candlestick did not happen, but Honey Badger and I don't give a shit. Just listen.
Now watch this. Look, a snake's up in the tree. Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't give a shit. It just takes what it wants. Whenever it's hungry, it just, ew, and it eats snakes? Oh my god, watch it dig. Look at that digging. The Honey Badger is really pretty badass. They have no regard for any other animal whatsoever.
There's a couple lessons in there, I think. Honey Badger just takes what it wants, and it has no regard for anyone else. Almost sounds like these professional traders over the decades. Because I've been trying to tell you guys about the patterns they use that give those guys clues as to what's going to happen next in the market. And if you think they give a shit about you, they don't. Now, what I see in AG is a year-long consolidation pattern. And it has a lot of the people, a lot of my friends and family trained to think that this stock is not going to go up. That's not how it works. With these bullish patterns shoot straight up. But what happens before that straight up move is a consolidation on a downward slope to train all the blue collar workers around the United States thinking that this stock's dead. It's not what's happening right now. We have held all the rules. None of the rules have been broken. Everything I said from the very beginning. And I'm looking at the volume right now coming in strong again in AG, even though that reversal candlestick didn't happen. And I don't give a shit, because I got something to show you in the silver futures still. All the rules are being followed. We're going to learn a little bit about a pennant and bull pattern, which is a straight up shot before a consolidation period and then another move up. Honey Badger and I don't give a shit. Okay, here's an important lesson. I've said many a times we don't rely on short-term moves, a single candlestick to make our decisions for these trades. And this is what I pulled off the internet, flags and patterns. I first want to show you this before we look at the silver futures. And this is what it says about flags and pennants. Flags and pennants can be categorized as a continuation pattern. They usually represent only brief pauses in a dynamic market, all depending on the time scale. They are typically seen right after a quick move. The market then usually takes off again in the same direction. Research has shown that these patterns are some of the most reliable continuation patterns. And you can read on if you want, but I've been studying this for a decade now. I believe this to be true. I know the professionals are going to wait and rely on these to make a shit load of money. And when we look at the silver futures, you're going to see nothing but these pennants. And it continually happened in the silver futures because it's reliable. The professionals will use these over and over to keep their jobs. Just because we didn't get the single candlestick in February don't mean shit. I mean, when I see this, I don't care if a swarm of bees were coming after me. I know there's honey at the end. I know someone else who also thinks the same thing. Let's just listen.
Here's a house full of bees. You think the Honey Badger cares? It doesn't give a shit. It goes right into the house of bees to get some larvae. How disgusting is that? It eats larvae. Ew, that's so nasty. But look, the Honey Badger doesn't care. It's getting stung like 1,000 times. It doesn't give a shit. It's hungry. It doesn't care about being stung by bees. Nothing can stop the Honey Badger when it's hungry. Oh, what a crazy fuck. Look.
Now, how much more proof do you need? Look at these silver futures. I believe it was from 2014 or 2011. That's where the peak was. Look how the professionals just drove those patterns to exactly where they wanted it. Now, us looking at the outside, we never would have figured this. But this is the strategy they've been using for 10 years. The most important one is the bullish pennant at the end. Last week's move, I was expecting on February 28th. It didn't happen. It happened on March 1st, where we started seeing the volume come into AG, and even though it started low, a lot of people probably gave up, didn't look at it, but the only thing that matters is the close, and AG started making its way back up here. Now it might be a little difficult to see, but at the end of that bull pennant flag, whatever you want to call it, the value came down, hit support on that upper resistance trend line, and started going back up. Now guys, I'm doing all the work for you. All you got to do is take a look here. This shit cannot be a coincidence. If I'm going to sit here and do all the work for you, show this, and you logically look at this for years, you see these patterns happening again and again. I hope to God you believe me that this isn't a coincidence. Let me do the work. If you allow me to do all the work, and you notice that none of the rules from the very beginning have been broken, then we can play life we can trade the easy way, just like the honey badger.
Now, what's interesting is that other animals like these birds here, they just like to wait around until the honey badger's done eating, and then it swoops in to pick up the scraps. It says, you do all the work for us, honey badger, and we'll just eat whatever you find. How's that? What do you say, stupid? Look at this bird. Thanks for the treat, stupid. Hey, come back here, says the honey badger. Birds don't care, and you know what? The jackals do it too. Look at these little dogs. They're like, thanks, stupid. Thanks for the mouse. See you later.
Now here's AG since we purchased it over a year ago. Look at that pattern. Nothing more than a consolidation period. Even over the last week in February, even though we dropped back down to scare everyone, it's what I expected. I also expected to pop on February 28th, except it happened on March 1st. Along with volume, the only way that we can with 100% confidence decide that it's probably going to go our way. I'm confident it's going to go our way. The buyers started stepping in right on time, right with the silver futures, and I believe there's nothing to be scared here. Nothing to be scared of. The stochastics are starting to turn back up, came down, just tagged that lower support trend line right where it should, and the pivot point is at $5.64. That's 10 cents above us. That means for the month of March, when we start trading above it, it's strong. That's going to give buyers more confidence. I still believe March is when the rally's going to start, and we're in it now. So everyone keep your eye on the volume. Just I'll be the stupid one. I'll keep doing the work so everyone can be happy. I've always heard the way to live a good life is to surround yourself with happy people. Well, our good feelings are coming. I'm going to be surrounded by happy people. I'm 100% confident because they're going to be a little bit more financially stable. And just stay where you are. March is our month. I'm happy with what I see. I've seen this for over a decade. I've seen this for a decade. Just watch the buyers step in this month. March is our month. Here's DO's daily since that double bottom. One thing I want to point out is the pivot point for March is at 15.17. It's not far above us. And it may be a little bit difficult to see. We've only got 2 days in March. But the pivot point range has opened up very wide. That means the support pivot point lines underneath have gone down real far. But more importantly, the resistance ones have gone above us very far, which opens up the range for DO. And if you remember last week, I was telling you about the oil futures. I believe that we're going to get rid of that upper resistance trend line, and the oil futures are going to shoot to 89. Well, take a look at the positive volume on the bottom here. We've got more buyers than we have sellers right now. And I'm still expecting the same thing. Told you many times I am not capable of telling the future. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. But I think I have a damn good feeling of the possibilities in this. And that last candlestick sure looks like a reverse candlestick to me. And I'm expecting a very good week in oil. So keep an eye on the stochastics. Watch them turn back up. If we trade above 15.17, buyers are in charge. I know what I'm expecting. Crude oil futures daily, I still feel the same way. I see that we had the bounce off that Fibonacci retracement. It's a strong area. We retraced again downward just to scare people out. Stay strong. I believe we're going to get rid of that upper resistance trend line, the blue one, and the crude oil futures are going to shoot to $89. That's the next target that I think it's going to. It's my opinion. Oh my gosh, I'm sick of saying that. I need a disclaimer. I'm just going to put a disclaimer at the end. So if I say something wrong, just read the disclaimer. But I feel confident. I feel strong. I think stochastics are going to turn back up, and it's going to take DO straight up. It's where we're going to profit huge. US dollars since December 20th, 2016, where I got the top within 1%. I know I nailed this mother. There's no doubt about it. Last 2 weeks in February have not scared me. It's the market trying to sting you. I believe it's trained a lot of you guys to think right now that AG's never going to pop. Silver's never going to go up. Look at the trend. You can draw an imaginary resistance trend line across those peaks on the top and the overbought areas, and look where we are right now. Just because we got stung and we may feel like we're out of it, it's not the truth. Things are not what they seem in the stock market. The stock market will play with your head over and over and over again. You need to know these support resistance areas. I am confident with all the homework that I've done over the past year that we will succeed in this. And there's gonna be a huge lesson to learn in this. I know even the honey badger, when it goes through its life and it just doesn't give a shit about stuff, it stays with the rules. Let's just listen.
Look, here comes a fierce battle between a king cobra and a honey badger. I wonder what'll happen. Look at this. There's the honey badger just eating a mouse. And then look, get away from me, says the snake. Get away from me. Honey badger don't care. Honey badger smacks the shit out of it. And the snake comes back and it lashes right at the honey badger. Oh, little does the honey badger know, FYI, it's been stung. It's been bitten by the snake, so while it's eating the snake, ew, that's disgusting. Meanwhile, the poisonous venom is seeping through the honey badger's body, and it passes out. Look at that sleepy fuck. Now the honey badger is just gonna pass out for a few minutes, and then it's gonna get right back up and start eating all over again, because it's a hungry little bastard. Look at this. Like nothing happened. The honey badger gets right back up and continues eating the cobra. How disgusting. And of course, what does the honey badger have to eat for the next 3 weeks? Cobra, the honey badger.
And there you have it, guys. There's the truth. Don't let the poison seep through your body. Be the honey badger. Just pass out. Don't look at it. I know you're hungry for profits. We're all hungry for profits. It's what we want. But we have to earn it. I guarantee the market's going to make us earn it every single time. It's going to sting us. We got that poison running through our veins. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to get back up, keep going, just like the honey badger. Stay here, guys. In due time, March has now started. This is where I expected the rally to begin. I still expect the same thing. Fuck the reversal candlestick in February. I don't give a shit. Honey badger don't give a shit. We shouldn't give a shit. The rules are being followed. Nothing is broken. It takes time. And I'm expecting a huge drop in the US dollar still. And I'm expecting a rally in silver and crude oil. We're almost there, guys. This is going to be maybe a 3, 4, 5, 6 months rally. Who knows? Who knows? Don't let the poison run through your veins. Just pass out. Stay hungry. Let's get back up.